What's going on, everybody? Hope you are having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for joining. Today we are taking a look at Ebisu from Dorohedoro. Now, if you haven't seen Dorohedoro, it is available on Netflix. I'm going to go ahead and pull her on out of her hard candy shell. The show is kind of an interesting one. It's become one of my more recent favorite animes, to be honest, just because of how unique it is. The basic premise is that a guy is cursed by some sorcerers, and he's trying to hunt down the one that put him under the curse so that they will break it. Now, Ebisu here is kind of one of the side characters. She's a sorceress. Definitely a unique individual, to say the very least. Without giving too much away, early on in the show, she gets her face ripped off and is severely traumatized by that. And after that, she becomes a little special, for lack of a better word. Now, this figure is by Threezero. They have done an amazing job with everything I've seen from them as of late. They've honestly become one of my favorite toy companies out there. In the box, they really crushed. That's one of her fun little adorable stances there. I'll probably pose her like that, to be honest. I think that'll be fun. Or in the background, chasing down a different figure. She's a really wacky character. She does come with a little Kikurage as well, one of the side characters that you get later in the show. Now, they've only done Season 1 so far. My understanding is that they are working on a second season for it. And they'd probably do a third as well. The manga is actually completed. So if you do watch the anime and you want to finish off the story, there she is in all her glory, you can go ahead and read the manga, and that'll kind of get you all up to speed on that. They do make a couple other figures from the show. If you're interested in Kamen, he's kind of the main character. And then they also have Shin, one of the other sorcerers. I'm really hoping we get some more. I would love it if they make Fujita, her little buddy. But for now, I'm pretty content with getting this beautiful gal here. Here we go. We'll just go ahead and kind of start with the accessories, make it nice and easy. We'll try and breeze through them. She does have a cool little backpack that she can put Kikurage inside. Might be a little pain to open, so actually that's easier than expected. Huzzah. So the puppy will fit in there. Don't think there's anything else inside it. Nope, just a nice little opening. It's very plush, which is nice. You can adjust the straps as needed. Looks like they actually have little clasps on them, so it'll be real easy to pop those on and off. They actually did a really good job with the stitching on this. Honestly, everything Threezero's done with their figures has been pretty dang amazing. So I'm not really surprised that that's the case here as well. Definitely fun. She does get a couple extra sets of hands so that she can hold her beautiful little sights here. I guess they'd be more like commas, sickles. They are plastic. They do have a nice sharp point to them, which is always fun. They did a really good job detailing the wrapping on the handles there. Pretty nice job with that. They should slide into her backpack from what I have seen. Oh yeah. So, once she's wearing them, these should be able to slide in through that. You get the idea, but that way she can have them strapped on. So that's kind of fun. Whoops. I consistently drop things, as you've probably noticed. These hands are not terribly easy to get out of here, but I will try and pluck one out. Got a plan. Tools. Alright, there we go. They did give her mittens, which is kind of fun. I honestly feel like she had regular five-fingered gloves in the show. I might be wrong on that. The mittens are super cute, though, so I don't mind. Kind of adds to her character anyways. But those would be for holding the weapons if you wanted her to. We'll take a look at the alternate heads first. Why not? She does come with 2 extra head sculpts. So that's very, very handy. Now, unfortunately with her, she is a relatively young character. I think she's supposed to be 13 or 14. So finding another body to do like another kit with any of these really cool heads might be tricky. Just to get them proportioned. That is fantastic. Now, sadly, the little skate wheels don't spin. That would have been a cool little touch on them, but definitely knocked it out of the park with that one. This is the main mask that she wears in the anime. She does get an upgraded one later, which we'll take a look at in just a moment. And then from my understanding, she's got in the manga, these wheels are actually horns. I'm not 100% positive on that. Somebody might be able to correct me. But I like the roller skate wheels. I think it's a fun little touch. And honestly, this character is such like a playful goofball that I think that really just kind of adds to her. So to me, that's sort of a nice little bonus. Now, this is her more upgraded final form, angry and serious skull from, again, my understanding, this would be later in the manga. So you don't actually get to see this one in the anime, I don't believe. If you do, it would be a very, very brief flash in one of the later episodes, but I'm pretty sure you never actually get to see this one. But gosh dang, does it look cool. And honestly, it might be just a fun accessory to use if you have any other, like demonic 6th scale figures, anything like that. Demon Hunter's Hellboy would be a cool one. Maybe mounted on a wall for a Predator trophy. It's definitely well done. They did a lot of really good detail on the skull. I'm impressed that they've got all the sutures on the skull. It actually looks really, really cool. Did a good job of that. It really does honestly look like bone, which is pretty impressive. And that is certainly cool. Now, probably the most important thing, I guess there's no probable about it, the most important thing is this little gal herself. Let's take all this plastic out, let her breathe. Now, one thing I immediately noticed, her suit's a little dirty. I'm honestly not sure if that is just supposed to be weathering on it. I would assume so. Looks a little odd, but she's not particularly clean in the show. Might end up taking a look at some other pictures and see. It's not really focusing well. It honestly looks more like intentional weathering and paint on it than anything. But I don't mind. Like I said, she's kind of that fits her character. She's one of the interesting things that they do is a lot of the sorcerers cast this like black smoke stuff. They kind of emit this black smoke, and she has a very special smoke that she emits. So honestly, her being all dusty and dirty, not particularly weird. But let's take a look at the important things. Now, the one thing I will say about this fabric, it's probably a nylon, is going to last for a long, long time. It's very, very flexible, which is awesome. And because she's got such a baggy suit, you don't really have to worry about, I mean, you could put her in a really, really awkward pose and it's not gonna damage at all over time. That's pretty dang cool in that regard. Now her actual flexibility, it does seem like she's got single jointed elbow, but that's okay. Maybe there's two. I always hate this because I can't really tell. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's a double. Huzzah. Cool little hands. She's got the open mittens, so you could do all sorts of fun little poses there. Really, really good. Just outstanding movement in the arms. And the joints are decently stiff, so they're going to hold whatever pose you put her in, which is nice. Whee! Look at that cute little face sculpt. They did a pretty good job with her. She's very apathetic there, which is very, very fun and fitting for her. Honestly, you don't see her without her mask very often, and when you do, it's pretty close to the facial expression that she's giving, so that they kind of hit it right on the money with that. Her pants, they did a pretty good job. She's got these cool little chevrons that go down them. They do, I feel like they're going to restrict movement a little bit, but that might honestly just be, yeah. If you look on the back ones, so these guys here, top two are fine. Those basically prevent her leg from bending too far back at all. So you may have to do some adjusting of her pants to get her in any significant poses if you're bending the leg backwards. Obviously she's got a ton of movement in that regard. Can definitely kick forward. But as far as bending the knee back, those definitely are going to throw things off. She does have some cute little boots. So that's always a fun little perk there. And she does have a nice pivot in the ankle, so you can get some good movement there. Didn't come with a stand from what I noticed, but in all honesty, you're not going to need one with her. She's super light, I can tell already, which is good. Honestly, other than needing to adjust her wardrobe a little bit when you're getting her posed up, she's gonna stand pretty much just fine, especially with the flexibility that they gave in these ankles. I mean, you could really pivot them pretty much however you need her to keep her balanced. And then last but not least, we'll take a look at the little time magician himself, Kikurage. This is a very strange character. It's a weird dog sort of thing that controls time. One of his arms just fell off, which, you know, hopefully is supposed to happen. I'm assuming you could take his head off as well, because they put this little goofy plastic thing on there, but it's not coming off easy, so we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way with brute force. And from doing that, of course, I can see you would be able to just pop his head off. It's on a ball joint. Like I said, his arm fell off. Ta-da, there it is. Not the end of the world. It'll just pop right back into place, I'm sure. Hopefully, with a little effort, it'll be good as new. Voila, back in. That is very loose. It's going to fall off again, I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah. So that's a little disappointing. It really doesn't click in at all. Now, to be honest, this might be something I'm not terribly upset with, because I can just kind of pose it however I want them and leave it there. It does seem to stick when you push it down, but if you move it around, it just pops right off. So that's a little bit of a bummer. But he'll be in the backpack most of the time anyways. Now, he doesn't have the mask through most of the show, but that's okay. It looks good on him. So definitely a fun one. You can wiggle his little tail. Not so much his bottom legs, but that's okay. Definitely a cute little dude. Now, I will probably pick up some others if they release them. If they make Nikaido, one of the other gals in the show, pretty much instant purchase for me. And then if they make Fujita, who's her little buddy, I will certainly grab him. I might end up trying to get Shin, and maybe even Kaiman, to be honest, because I really did enjoy the show. Oh, I just noticed she does have, feels like there's a little wiggle up there in the torso. Oh, forgive me, girl. Yeah, she's got a little bit of movement there, so if you want to do some extra twisting, you can. Just gives you a little bit more ability to move her around. Definitely unfortunate about the pants, though. That's probably my one complaint, is just going to be these little guys there. I honestly might end up trying to remove them, or just really adjusting her pants, see if I can slide them out. That way she can kick a little more liberally. That'll about do it for this. Until next time, folks. Bye.